What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a packed new Liverpool transfer news video because we have so many stories and so much movement happening in and around the Liverpool transfers. So buckle up and sit back and enjoy this video because this will be an information packed video. And Liverpool are in talks to sign Marc Guehi and Jarell Quansah. We are keeping multiple irons in the fire and the catalyst for that, and I told you that the first domino falls of Liverpool selling for example a centre back, then we will see movement in the incoming front. So Fabrizio Romano reported that Jarell Quansah has agreed personal terms verbally with Bayer Leverkusen, and Bayer Leverkusen and Liverpool are already closing in on a permanent deal which will be worth £30 million plus add-ons, which is 35 million euros. So that could be, 35 million pounds in total. And I got the sense that Arne Slot wasn't the biggest fan of Jarell Quansah. He got a lot less playing time under Arne Slot than he had under Jurgen Klopp, and also Quansah didn't have the best of seasons. And Arne Slot is ultimately the judge of his qualities, and maybe he's not the ball-playing centre-back that Arne Slot is looking for long-term. And no formal bids have yet been made, but the clubs are negotiating, and the deal is expected to be reached for just north of 40 million euros with add-ons included, so that's 35 million pounds. And personal terms have been already agreed, according to David Ornstein, between Quansah and Leverkusen. And Sam Wallace, who is working for the Telegraph, and Chris Bascom, another Liverpool-based reliable journalist, reported that the Jarell Quansah deal has been agreed with the player and the club. Bayer Leverkusen will hope that the 35 million euros they are spending will be covered if his development continues as they expect, and he's expected to sign a 5-year contract. So that is very, very good transfer news for Liverpool as well. And Bayer Leverkusen's interest in Quansah became very concrete in the last 24 hours story. The talks are ongoing and already at a very advanced stage, according to Fabrizio Romano. So deal could be done very soon. The here we go could come in the next few hours. That's what Fabrizio Romano reported as well. And some people are already reporting that the deal has been agreed for 35 million pounds, included add-ons as well in the deal. Florian Wirtz is reporting that Jarell Quansah to Leverkusen is considered a done deal. Full agreement reached. He will sign a contract until 2030 and Leverkusen will pay 30 million euros plus add-ons. That's 35 million euros, I think, plus add-ons. The medical is already being prepared and it's expected to take place next week, and that's why Liverpool are looking at a centre-back replacement, and we want a homegrown player. And as soon as the Jarell Quansah deal is completed, which is very soon according to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool will activate their centre-back options. Marc Guehi on the shortlist for months, and he's appreciated by Liverpool as well as other Premier League clubs. Diomande can be his replacement at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are already looking for Marc Guehi's replacement. And according to the Bild newspaper, things should move quickly after the under-21 Euros, where Quansah is playing for England, and Quansah is likely to become Leverkusen's next new signing. Liverpool initially wanted at least 40 million euros. Bayern Leverkusen wanted to push the price down, and they would likely pay 30 million euros plus 1 or 2 million euros in add-ons. I think that's a little bit too low of a transfer fee. And after this Quansah deal is completed, Liverpool are expected to make a significant, huge offer for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi, who is an England international as well. Chris Bascom is reporting that Liverpool, having moved swiftly to raise funds with the sale of Quansah to Leverkusen, Liverpool can bid for Marc Guehi, who I'm hearing he has 1 year left on his contract maybe. There had been no formal offer yet, but it now looks like Liverpool are in the best position to do a deal from among those who want to sign Marc Guehi, who also went almost to Chelsea last season. He will be sold by Palace this summer with just 1 year left on his contract and no prospect of a renewal. And I think that was smart by Guehi to run down his contract. And Sam Wallace is reporting that Liverpool are expected to make a significant offer for Marc Guehi. Crystal Palace have to sell him if they want to get any money from the deal. Tottenham offered £55 million plus £15 million in add-ons in January, but Crystal Palace rejected it, and ultimately they were vindicated by winning the FA Cup and qualifying for the Europa League. And Jarell Quansah departs to buy Leverkusen, so Liverpool are definitely interested in signing him. And why Marc Guehi would be a brilliant player to have for Liverpool, he averaged last season more progressive passes than Virgil van Dijk and Konate. He averaged 8.6 progressive passes compared to Van Dijk's 8.2 and Konate's 7.3. He also won 71% of his defensive duels in the Premier League career so far, which means that he's also a ball-playing centre-back and a brilliant defender as well. Make no mistakes, Liverpool would be getting a very good player. Of course, it's not like a flashy world-class signing, like Liverpool signing Prime Maldini or something. But the prospect of signing Marc Guehi to add to Konate and Van Dijk is such an exciting one, because the Crystal Palace journalists, they tell me Marc Guehi is absolutely fantastic, and no wonder that Crystal Palace managed to win the FA Cup with him in the team. And Liverpool so far have inquired about 3 players: Alexander Isak, Marc Guehi and Malik Fofana, which are all 3 of them are very exciting players. Of course there are others, but these are the most notable ones, and also they are all very exciting opportunities in the transfer market. The deal for Isak remains very difficult, but a journalist says that there is a higher percentage chance than what was originally thought, because originally it was like 20-30%, and now that chance is much higher that Newcastle would do a deal. Marc Guehi, that's a real chance for Liverpool to get a great centre-back. Liverpool are not the only club interested, and dominoes are falling in place with Crystal Palace already moving on for his replacement. Malik Fofana's the interest in him is a long interest from Liverpool, long-standing, and the player likes Liverpool as well. The contact with the agent has been pretty consistent, so that's really good news. And Marc Guehi is seen as an opportunistic signing by Liverpool, because yes, he's not on the level of Konate or Van Dijk, but with 1 year left on his contract, we could get him for a lot cheaper, and it would be a relatively low-risk transfer. And Marc Guehi right now is much better than Quansah, much more experienced. And Quansah is a big risk. We don't know whether he will make it or not without regular playing time at Liverpool. It's not guaranteed that Quansah will reach the world-class level. And it's not just Liverpool's decision to sell Quansah. Quansah has told Liverpool that he needs to play regularly. And rather than loan him out, it's better to sell him right now for 30 million plus and sign a replacement. Because next season, without Quansah, there is no use for Liverpool to get, a small loan fee. It's better for Quansah to leave permanently, and maybe we insert a buyback clause. And the first links from Quansah, in a few hours there were already a transfer fee close to full agreement reached, so it went pretty quickly. And this summer has been pretty well mapped out by Liverpool so far, and the Liverpool-based journalists are really on track with it. The focus on getting an agreement with Wirtz will lead to the focus of the Milos Kerkez agreement. Now both are done, and they said following the above, the sale of Darwin Núñez will lead to an opening in the number 9 market. And then, number 9 strikers are being linked with Liverpool, and Núñez seems to be edging closer to Napoli. You know what they said, the journalists, apart from signing a striker, a centre-back. And it looks like Jarell Quansah is now going to Leverkusen, and Marc Guehi or Jorel is coming to Liverpool. And straight away after the Quansah links, the links to Guehi came about as well. And Liverpool already are having a great transfer window. Mamadashvili, Frimpong, Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Armin Pejci, the backup young goalkeeper. That's already a great transfer window. And you can still expect 2, 3, maybe even 4 more new signings. A striker, which are virtually guaranteed because of Núñez being sold. It's a priority role. And a centre-back also is required for depth and succession, even before the Quansah departure. Konate has 1 year left on his contract, so signing a striker because of the striker problems for Liverpool is necessary. Signing a centre-back is necessary as well. And if Luis Diaz or Diogo Jota leave, then a new versatile forward will be pursued, somebody who can play on either side on the wing. And if Joe Gomez or Tsimikas move on, then you can expect another centre-back, another left-back maybe to be signed. It has been a really smart, fantastic, fabulous window by Liverpool, and there is movement for key final moves to come. as well. So that's very, very good news as well. And Florian Wirtz also passed the first part of his medical, but before we get to Florian Wirtz, Liverpool would be actually happy with £42 million plus add-ons for Darwin Núñez. The sale of the striker will really reignite Liverpool's pursuit of Alexander Isak, and Napoli have already reached £37 million, and they are insisting on negotiating quickly to avoid any interest from other clubs. And if Liverpool can get a £50 million package with 42 million in base fee plus 8 million in add-ons, including bonuses, from a European team, that's a great result, because Núñez, it looks like, wants to stay in Europe. He doesn't want to go to the Saudi League yet. You never are getting Saudi League money from European teams for Darwin Núñez, and the player obviously wants to stay in Europe, it looks like. And now let's talk about Florian Wirtz, because it looks like the first part of his medical was perfect, and the second part is tomorrow morning. And tomorrow Florian Wirtz will sign all the contracts as a new Liverpool player. That's what Fabrizio Romano is reporting. And also Fabrizio Romano said on the Marc Guehi deal, on this story, let me give you a hint, I will have a positive detail to tell Liverpool fans very soon, because Liverpool are working on defenders. Liverpool are working on signing a centre-back. And Florian Bettenberg also claimed that the Milos Kerkez deal is now a done deal. He said Milos Kerkez to Liverpool is considered to be a done deal. A full agreement has now been reached with Bournemouth. The final details have been clarified. It's a long-term 5-year contract. The medical is already being prepared, and it's expected to take place next week if everything goes according to plan, which is absolutely fabulous, fantastic news. But you can expect games to be played between Richard Hughes and Steve Parish, who is the Crystal Palace sporting director for Marc Guehi, because Parish is one of the toughest negotiators in the football business. But Liverpool know that Guehi's contract is up at the end of the season, so they could be signing Guehi on a free transfer next summer. So I think a compromise should be reached. The player, Guehi himself, would actually jump at the chance to sign for Liverpool, providing he received guarantees over game time. With the World Cup approaching, he needs to make sure that he's in the England squad for the World Cup in 2026. And Guehi is really open to the idea of moving to Liverpool. I mean, moving from Crystal Palace to Liverpool is a huge upgrade, it's a huge jump. And any prospect of signing him this summer is currently under construction, according to the Sky Sports journalists. But if Guehi was to move, then he would want to be assured to be a regular first-team starter. And agreeing a transfer fee with Crystal Palace is not going to be easy. And also just some small details on the Florian Wirtz transfer. So Leverkusen will receive around 140 million euros from the Wirtz transfer if all the bonuses are triggered. So 120 million base fee, plus easily achievable add-ons. I mean, I'm talking euros, 120 million euros, and bonuses of 15, 20 million. So that's 100 million base fee plus another 16 to 20 million pounds in add-ons and bonuses, but only if all of the things that are really hardly achievable add-ons, difficultly achievable bonuses like winning the Ballon d'Or, Liverpool winning the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, only if those are triggered, then the final figure will go up to 140 million euros. So overall, I think the Florian Wirtz transfer is a great deal for Liverpool. So yeah, let me know what they think about everything that we talked about, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.